So one of these keep it hot things isn't working, and I thought I'd see if I could get it working. I don't want my work to have to buy another one just because it's probably the cable is screwed up or something. But there's certain things that I wouldn't probably want to fix myself. If the knob is broken, I could conceivably get like a new knob, or if the heating element is broken, I probably wouldn't want to mess with that. So hopefully it's just the cable. Like before, I've done basically I'm like Mr. Cable replacement. I've got a lot of things fixed by just changing the cable on it. Yeah, so it looks like most of what we're interested in is underneath, accessible through the bottom. And I had to clean this off before burning it. This is hideously dirty. But go in this area and see what's going on in there. And that's probably where it mostly is, where all the activity's going on. Honestly, I always wondered how the temperature control of these things worked anyway. There's your control, so I suppose that's some sort of variable resistor. I guess that's a fuse. What's obvious here is coming out, the hot wire is broken. So I suppose it's supposed to go somewhere. I'm going to figure out where this goes. It's supposed to go to, but I'm guessing in here somewhere I'm going to find the other end of this wire, because I mean this is power in and it's disconnected. So I'm guessing this is going to be another easy fix, another another happy story. As soon as I can figure out where the hell this thing used to go to, I can probably start thinking about getting this working pretty quickly. That must be some sort of temperature sensor thing. Maybe it's like it all happens in here. Maybe all the circuitry goes on in there. I don't know what's going on with this. What exactly the hell that is? I don't know what that is either. Oh, that must be the this must be the electrodes for the heater. So those are the electrodes for the heater. This is a sensor. So all this stuff must be going in here. The temperature control, whatever circuitry, must be in there. Sorry. This part in here must have everything you need to control and regulate the temperature. Okay, so this is the wire here, the hot wire, and I bet it's going into the input of this control thing, because then the output goes to the electrode. So we can see here, this is missing part. In fact, let's just snap that off. Can we do that? Oh, there we go. So this is where this wire probably came from, is here. So I just have to figure out how to get this back somehow in a reliable way back onto here, and it probably work. At that point it'll work. It's just the question is if moving this cable around is gonna make this thing screw up again, or maybe I can just, I don't know. I mean, it looks kind of reliable. I guess the movement after a while did it, and maybe there's a little bit of moisture in there, but whoops. Okay, well, let's go ahead. Yeah, so the wire is about disintegrated by itself, which is not a great sign, but what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to get the metal exposed a little better, because it's very rusted, these things. So I'm going to try to, try to expose some good metal on here. Then I'll try to figure out how to get the wire onto the connector. I'm sure there's a few different strategies. You might just wrap it around the neck or something. That might work. I had quite the little battle with this, and I think what I've done is I managed to convince it to hug the entire thing, and that to me is an acceptable strategy, as long as it's a solid ball that's not going to fall apart. It's geometrically locked by features of the object, so I'm going to think that that's probably okay. So I don't want to mess this up, but I've tried my best to cap this, and anyway about it, it's going to be difficult to pull that wire through, but it really depends on, I guess, it's sticking to the glue sticking to that wire. I didn't really do anything to the wire to make it more stickable, but on both sides it's got a lot of glue. It's got some geometric figures, so I'm hoping that all this makes it pretty much a non-movable in here. Non-movable. Okay, so here's the back side of it finished. Here's a little pluggy poo thing here that is supposed to make it so this doesn't move, and it sure looks like it ain't going nowhere. So apart from that hitting the ground now, because I've done that, it's I guess we're in pretty good shape. Yeah, so I was heating up water, but I noticed there's some smoke coming out. Thought that isn't a good thing. There's some smoke coming out of it, but it seems to happen is this electrical bundle here failed, and I don't know if it's because the whole thing I'm doing is somehow electrically impossible, or if disturbing these wires made these things short out somehow. But there's a little bit of, there's some smoke and an explosion, but the explosion seems to have really happened at this electrical junction here that somebody else did. So I might still be in the game. I don't know, probably what's happened is the element has changed its resistance and is sucking too much power out of everything and making it die. But we'll give it one more shot. I don't know if this thing here is going to be broken, going to be popped or not. It made a loud sound. So we'll go over here, we'll wire it all up, give it one more shot, and then we'll pack it in. Okay, we'll give it just one more chance. Here's the wires wired up here. Okay, final try. I hope this thing doesn't blow up like the instant I plug it in, which might. Oh, it didn't blow up. Is it smoking? Some sort of activity. It's doing the bubbles. So it seems to be working, but I just want to make sure that it turns off and it doesn't get hotter and hotter. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to alter the control so it's really low and see if it goes off or something. What's it doing? I don't know if the light... I think I heard it go click. There, see? It turns off. So I think it's regulating. But, see this? Oh, off. So let's see how that goes off.